any of the companies that are stockpiling these first wave boxes can then scam you out of packs even more from there. And again, opinion, but in my observation and my research, I find it very strange that Sun and Moon booster boxes are out of stock on Darium's right now. And on their channel, they just bought $148,000 worth of Pokemon Sun and Moon boxes. Alright, let's get it done. I want to take the pack mapping issue, bury it, and move on with my life, but I do feel that this is pretty serious, so we just need one more video to make sure all the information is as clear as possible. And that's also why I'm going to make this disclaimer at the beginning of my video. Everything I say in this video is an opinion based on my research. I'm going to take the evidence and draw my own conclusions, and I recommend that you do the same as well. But let's lead off this video with some mad props to Shady Penguin, and let's see why.
In case you do, please do not purchase Sun and Moon unless you really want to from shops where like the box are open. Now I own a shop and we may or may not have cards there. I'm probably just gonna take them off the counter because I don't want anyone to buy them, or I'm just gonna discount them to get them all out, or just guarantee that, hey, there's definitely GXs in here, which is hard to do anyway because some have already been bought before I found out about the mapping.
So Shady owns a business that is affected by this pack mapping issue, and he just comes out and says it. He's like, yo, don't buy cards anywhere. And he even says he might even just pull the cards entirely because he doesn't want to have this issue come about. Either someone goes in the store, maps all the things in his box and scams everyone else, or that people accuse him of scamming just because he has an open box of Sun and Moon. Also, we have Alpha Investments. This guy did a video covering the pack mapping, and he took a pretty comical spin on it, but effectively the same message.
You buy a single pack from anywhere, you deserve to be slapped across the face. And then when you realize that somebody actually slapped you, go outside, jump in a hole, and pretend you're a carrot. Because you're just gonna, you're a failure. You're as bad as Pokemon if you actually understand this is going on and you still don't care. Oh, but no, Rudy, my local game store is nice, they're honest. Remember, they're all millionaires, so they just run the local game store for fun.
So pretty much he goes on like that for quite some time, but the overall idea is do not buy packs that are already open. Like, you can really only trust a sealed box at this point because the packs are so easily mappable. And this guy, he has tons of boxes. He runs a business and he's still putting the information out there, which is why I thought it was really interesting that when I did my video on Darium's that they had not covered this up until this point. Now we can see right here, Alpha Investments, we have almost 60,000 views right here. Unlisted Leaf, almost 500,000 views on the Sun and Moon boxes are a scam. Shady Penguin, he's up to 30,000, and Max Mofo Pokemon, he has several 100,000 as well. So this information is out there. This information is well known, and it's pretty much a good thing to get this information out there, because who's going to know about the mapping? The insiders, the people running the business. That in the trade, this news is going to spread a lot more quickly than it does to the consumers. 99% of the audience that is going to learn about what is happening are going to be children, the consumers, the people that need to be protected with this information, instead of the stray shop owner that might not have known, that's just watching Unlisted Leaf going, oh, I can map those and scam little kids. Also, in this video, he kind of keeps going on. But yeah, the overall thing is, it doesn't matter how nice you think the shop owner is, how trusted you think the company is. Anyone can do this, and it's all potentially a scam. Now, I know that in my video, I opened up packs from many different places, and that's why I want to do it. I wanted to test the waters to see what we had currently. Even my orders that came back with positive results, you cannot trust anyone, and I do want to make that clear. I was doing this test personally for me. That's not me going, here's the seal of approval, here's the seal of disapproval. That is not the intent of my videos at all. I'm just trying to kind of convey this message in a different way than other people have done it. I have the disposable income. I'm going to see if I get myself quote-unquote scammed, or at least do a test for my own personal confidence in the future, potentially. So now, this is where we get into Darium's, and this is where things start to get a little interesting. So after I published my video, they left a comment that seemed fairly positive on my video, and they also tweeted me this: hey, you could have just asked me. I said a few times I won't show the mapping trick because it teaches people how to hurt others. Now, the sheer boldness of this comment blew me away because it defeats the purpose of the entirety of my series. Why am I going to ask someone that is in a position to where they could potentially scam me. Again, not accusing Dariums of any scamming, but as those other videos have showed, do not buy packs from anywhere or else you are an idiot that deserves to be scammed is effectively the message going on. Why would I go to that person and then try to get an answer out of them? How could I trust their answer? So why would I ask? You could have asked me Winky Face. I don't know, that seems deceptive right there, especially the public tweet. Maybe potentially using my negative image to gain a little bit of press. But yeah, hey, Verlis Wolf, you could have asked me. That seems almost arrogant to say that when compared to what I'm actually trying to accomplish here with the ideas behind the video. Now, my response to this is that it doesn't make any sense. I think it's still a bad move because Unlisted Leaf, Shady Penguin, Alpha, Max Mofo, all these people have covered it. There's almost like 1 million views on videos on YouTube of people that are talking about the pack mapping right now. So the best thing to do is to give it to your audience. That way your audience doesn't get scammed. What we saw from Shady, what we saw from Rudy, these guys own the businesses and they still put the information out there to protect the rest of their audience. Because not everyone is going to order from them, but if they do go to their local card shop to pick up a couple packs, they are at risk. However, we have Dariums. They own a shop and they did not put this information out there. And I personally think that their excuse is a bit weak. That they're just saying, oh, I don't want to put this information out there because teaching fraud is a bad thing. And that's kind of where the development goes. That's where this kind of transitions to the opinionated part of my video based off of their responses to me and my responses to them. So I just think that it's questionable that they don't put this information out there when it will harm their business. If they make a video saying, do not buy single packs from anyone, and they're running a business, then that is going to hurt their sales. Shady's willing to take the hit. Rudy's willing to take the hit. But this is what we're not seeing here with Dariums. And then they start to get defensive, and it seems to just kind of stumble into logical fallacies from here. So if all of your friends teach others how to do bank fraud, it looks bad if you don't do the same. And I just say that's not even comparable. And then he gets very defensive for the rest of this conversation, or at least it feels defensive to me with the rest of this Twitter conversation. And it's fairly similar with the conversation that happens on the YouTube comment section as well. No, it is not comparable to compare bank fraud and distributing information about bank fraud compared to Pokemon cards. That all you have to do is count to 3. The pack mapping is not complex at all in this situation. That the complexity and the legality of bank fraud compared to this are just two completely separate things. I feel that this is a very strange response to something that I feel was a legitimate comment. You know, if everyone else has made this, why not you? That, you know, you should show it to your audience just to show that you are trustworthy in that regard. I'm not trying to accuse him of anything. It seems like he took my response as either some form of attack or some form of negativity, and then responded in a very strange way. Like, I won't show it because it teaches people how to hurt others, but there's far greater people that are going to be protected by this. That a majority of your audience that is watching are going to be kids that just want to buy Pokemon cards, and keeping them safe should be the #1 priority, even if a handful of shops end up learning this trick that has already been seen by, you know, over 1 million people. In my opinion, I feel that this information needs to be made clear to everyone because it is so easy to scam people with this information. That since everyone in the industry is already going to know about it and is already potentially going to perform these actions, it should be made clear to the consumer that this is the risk that you take. And then he compares it to cheating, like cheating on a spouse. That doesn't make any sense because he just goes in, okay, so it's not about the ends, it's about the means. This is my argument right here. Making a video on mapping is not like making a video on bank fraud. And he says, yes, it is. So he literally thinks that informing people about the TCG pack mapping is the exact same as teaching people how to commit bank fraud, which is much more illegal and much more complex to do, and also doesn't even have the potential for helping anyone. When you're distributing information about bank fraud, it can only be malicious. That is only there for deceptive gain. But with the audience, with the actual way that this news is going to be handled and distributed, there's a reason why Unlisted Leaf, Max Mofo, everyone's saying share this information with everyone, is because it's a positive. And then he gives this very strange response. Cheating on your wife with a guy doesn't make it okay. It's still cheating, even though it's different, still wrong. Implying that since cheating with a girl is the norm, that way when you change it to a guy, it's different? No. But that's the thing, it's not different. It's the exact same mechanics for cheating, instead of comparing a bank fraud to Pokemon cards. What's the connection? I don't know. And then it just kind of, tails off from there. And then this is where it starts getting questionable. This is the reason why I made the video, because the responses start to get even crazier. So the industry already knew about it. It's helping the people. And then he says, are you serious? Over the 6 years I've met store owners, you'd be shocked at how most of them are crooked and look for this. That's the thing. If they're already looking for this, and this is such an easy method that has already been broadcasted, you distributing that information is not going to change store owners. It's not going to make it to where all of a sudden every store owner now knows about this method, that they already know about it. If they're crooked and they have intent to do this, they probably knew about it before Unlisted Leaf made his video, before Max Mofo made his video. That you're talking about the inside level right here, and the only thing that would benefit are the unaware consumers that are not on the ground level of this. So that's the thing. They look for it, they would have found it through means other than you. The conversation continues with someone else. So now he talks about all of this other crazy stuff. Even the WoW TCG trick is still usable in Pokemon. Did you know that? Nope, but I don't want to educate you on it. Now he's talking about more complex mapping, and his claims are that mapping exists in every single set. But why stop there? Should I teach you how to do it with Breakpoint 2, Evolutions, EX boxes? Because you can do it with them all. That is maybe the scariest comment in this entire video. It honestly chills me that every time they are told that this will help others, they respond defensively. That they just can't accept that, this is going to help other people, and the information is already out there, even though every other store owner, every other retailer that is distributing opened boxes and single packs will already know about this. There is not going to be any spread of malicious information. This is meant to help other people, and they says you can do it with them all. And that's where things start to get even crazier, because on my video, so this was the video talking about CCG Castle, the Poke Capital came in, so I had a nice conversation with the Poke Capital, and they end up saying it's the first time I think mapping has been this obvious. Mapping was possible for a long time though. Newest set I'm aware of is Black and White Dark Explorers. It was also possible in like a lot of the 4th generation sets. That's what scares me, because Poke Capital, they're distributing packs, they're distributing boxes, and they seem to not even be aware of. Like, they're admitting that mapping's out there, so it doesn't seem like they have anything to hide, but it doesn't even seem like they are aware of the information that Dariums knows about all these other TCG tricks. So that's where the difference comes in. You have to look at it rationally. Can anyone perform this mapping with pretty much no information? Like, I could walk in, like, all I have to do is know about the white pack and then count to 3. That's not malicious information. That is not something that should be kept from the public because it's going to give others an unfair advantage. That is protective information right there. I didn't ask about evolutions. I didn't ask about EX boxes. I don't need to know about the WoW trick, because if average retailers don't know about this, then it seems like it's not that big of an issue. But you know about it, Dariums. And the information is so deep that not even like Max Mofo knew about it. Not even all these other people are talking about, because I think they said in their videos that they've heard about mapping happening in Pokemon before, but it's been years since it's happened. And Dariums, he's so experienced on this that he knows it's possible with all of it. But then after kind of saying something like that, my words get twisted around, and then he goes back on the defense right here. So in response, but that's the thing. If they look for this, they would have found out through means other than you. His response, oh, so you defeated your own argument then. There's no need for me to make one, right? Even though you claim I should have? Feels very overly defensive. Now, this is my personal opinion. Yours might be different from this. But that is a very strange response, because that's not what I implied at all. I did not defeat my own argument, because the consumer needs to know this. And I didn't say that the consumer already knows. I'm talking specifically about the people he said. I've met store owners. You'd be shocked at how most of them are crooked and look for this. So if they're looking for it, the people that are looking for this will have already found it. The ones that want to be crooked, the store owners that can use this for an advantage, they're the ones that will have already found it. Your responsibility, Dariums, is not blowing this one off and trying to spin around saying I have no argument or I defeat my own argument. No, that is not what I said, and you can clearly see that because it's about the consumer. And then Darium says right here, Friday is the next wave of boxes. I'm praying they're fixed. Word has it that some boxes are. Fingers crossed. So it seems like he's waiting until Friday because once that shipment goes out, then he can make his video talking about the pack mapping. Now, a new distribution doesn't actually change anything. It could actually make some things worse, which is really scary to think about. Because say in a few weeks from now, consumer confidence comes back, you know? All right, all the new boxes, all the new shipments, they're good to go. No more mapping. You should be a lot more safer right now. You only have to worry about the people that are potentially weighing packs or something like that. However, any of the companies that are stockpiling these first wave boxes can then scam you out of packs even more from there. And again, opinion, but in my observation, in my research, I find it very strange that Sun and Moon booster boxes are out of stock on Darium's right now. And on their channel, they just bought $148,000 worth of Pokemon Sun and Moon boxes. These are before the Friday cutoff, so I can only assume, now I'm not 100% sure, but I can only assume that these are still mappable boxes, and it's an insane bulk of boxes. Now, they have been doing some other insane bulk openings as well, 1,000 booster packs, 24,000 as well, so depending on how many boxes they've gotten and how well those openings went, you can kind of see that they do have a stockpile of mappable boxes, but none of them are currently for sale. I'm going to refresh just in case. Now, I understand that that was a day ago, but when you think about it, you know, they get the shipment in, takes a day to make the video, takes a day to edit it. They should at least have some product available on their website that they show, like, the inventory, they show, like, counting it up, and they realize that they're a box short because someone might have stolen it. So it seems like if you go to that video and you look at all of the stockpiles and everything that they've done, that of all those boxes, they should be available on the website because they admit that they have an order coming in on Friday. They hope it's not going to be mapped. The rumors are that. So it seems like those could be the boxes that they sell. And then of the packs, could be mappable. So that's a real fear. Now, it's not just Darium's. It's any company, as I said a minute ago or 2 minutes ago, whenever I said this, that anyone holding on to these first wave of boxes will have mappable boxes for resale. And that is huge. This also, like, destroys the collector's market as well when you think about it. That, you know, if you just can, like, prove and confirm, it's like, yo, this is an original box from that, like, 5 years down the road, 10 years, however long collectors hold on to this, a collector can open up this box, pull out all of the holos, and then have insanely valuable packs. Or anyone just doing that now, you should have bought a couple of boxes from the first wave, because then you can just have a stack of packs that are going to be worth an insane amount, because they're going to be out of print, they're going to be something like that. Now I'm teaching people how to scam, but I'm also making you guys aware of this, that the Sun and Moon TCG line is going to be entirely tainted for this first set, and it very much concerns me that this is what we're looking at right here with the stock, with the product. That's kind of what I have to say. Now, honestly, I wouldn't have investigated this if Darium's didn't respond so defensively. They left a positive comment on my video, and I thought, cool, they're not mad at me for pulling a 2 out of 10, but it looks like that might have actually been a ruse. That, you know, they laugh it off like, you know, you just got unlucky, we don't do anything to our packs, and then people see that comment, people see that I don't get in too much of an argument with them, everything's neutral, we're good to go. But then they got overly defensive, and that told me something, that wanted to make me investigate, and then this is the result of my investigation. And it honestly deeply concerns me. And again, not trying to get pegged for slander right now. I'm just saying, take the information that you want right here and do it for yourself. Because, like, what really shook me was I was thinking about this. I was looking at this. I was thinking about this. And then I saw Alpha Investments video for the first time. I just saw that today. I saw that like an hour before recording this video. And that's why I was like, he really says it when he goes through his whole skit when he's like,
if you believe that pile of horse shit, then quite frankly, I have a bunch of individual booster packs to sell.
Because the viewers are suckers, and they're even on that on my video that, you know, he's talking about that. He's like, anyone that thinks you can buy any single pack of Sun and Moon, you deserve to get scammed. That's what he's telling me. That's what everyone is telling you right now. That if you buy any single packs of Pokemon Sun and Moon, you deserve to lose that $3. You deserve to lose your money right there. But what really got to me is that people on my videos are attacking me for just trying to get this information out there. Like, oh, I still trust these people regardless of what that idiot Verlisify says. That's what these distributors want that are scamming you. Not pointing at or looking at Darium's, just any distributor. That's what they want. that when there is such an easy case for mapping right now, they want you to have that faith. That is why we have Rudy being so serious about this. Like, that's why he went on a big thing, you know, jump in a hole and call yourself a carrot. Because you are that deluded if you think you can trust anyone this blindly. And that's why, like, people are on my video saying, "Oh, Verlisify, you stacked the packs. You forgot to you forgot to put on your camera on purpose. That way you could switch the packs right there." If you want to believe that, you want to think that I'm the one trying to be dishonest, because I have nothing to gain. I prove Dariums isn't scamming people. I don't gain. I prove Dariums is scamming people. Well, that's actually, if anything, going to make my channel go down. That's going to make people mad at me because I'm bringing negativity, even though I'm just going with the results of my pack openings. So, like, if anything, if I want to rig it, I would go like five hollow pulls, all GX or something shenanigans like that. But no, I told you in the video, it's 100% genuine. And if you want to believe I'm trying to fake some information, if you want to believe I'm the one that's trying to put other people under the bus, when every other retailer, we have people that sell, we have people that own shops saying to not trust anyone with single packs right now. They're taking the hit. Dariums hasn't. And it's like, fine, you want to blame me? You deserve to get scammed.